Hello everyone. Today we are talking about Lab 6. This is right after I finish my semester and my BCI 433 exam. It could have been a tough one, but anyway, I'm back to reviewing the labs that I did in the past semester. Back in Lab 5, we created something like a sort of payroll PGM program. And it was a lot of variables going on. We used the data file from Seneca Pay, shift week, and shift rates, and then we also went through things like, for instance, overriding the database file, and also some compiling commands, for instance. And we also needed to deal with the printer file. So in this lab, based on what we did in Lab 5, we try to do a module. So what we do, in the previous labs, we were compiling CL programs, printer files, logic files, and so on. And now after we tested Lab 5 and we did right in the night shift, now we do the rest of the shifts. So first of all, just to recap that, last time we wrote a night shift already, which is this. And then we complete the rest of the required logical files. Technically, logical files are better than fields because for fields, if you recall your basic database knowledge, fields, you can also use it in ACS, for instance. So say what I used last time, I think somewhere here. Something like this. But logical files, they are more like standing constant presence of files that you can always rely on instead of using sort of temporary views. So this is the day shift, and then we have the afternoon shift, which is equals to 2. And all shift. This is actually the simplest because there's nothing here. There's no filter here. So like this. And of course, you should compile each of them using the command crt create lf. So from payrollpgm, we create a second version. This is based on the last concept diagram. So we have all the shift already, and then we have pg2, and then printer file 2 as well. Actually, printer file, that's basically the same as the last one, but we have a twist here. That is, we have shift type. Why? Because you need to use shift type here to match the new code in the new printer file and pay summary. So last time we also had the pay summary. It was like this, and because our goal is to have the sort of filter that I talked about just now. The different shifts, right? Shift 1, shift 2, shift 3, and all shifts. So all shift, you show all the workers, right? Shift 1, you show only workers in shift 1, or only 2, or only 3. And now we have something new. Just one line, see? Just one line, shift type. And the same with the printer file. I already showed you. Shift type. So the only change has got to be shift type. we already dealt with the reference last time. Now, the sort of display-ish files, they are already done. Now we refer to the RPG program, and the only change has got to be in basically just this. Now, again, we are asked if we need to compile using just bound RPG or RPG module. So this is the main question in this exercise. And the new thing is we must write this CL program to simplify the way we call this whole module. So just to go through this code, we start by declaring shift and shift type. We know this is central, right? And then according to the requirements, we also need RTVUSRPRF and RTVUSRPRF library. So we retrieve user profile. Last time I showed you guys how to call the retrieve user profile. Press F4. So we got to see how to declare the, according to the length, right? Anyway, RTVUSRPRF, I think it may not be so obvious here. Yes, we got it here, 10 and 10, right? Shift type, it was already declared as 30. It has to match across different files. This is not actually new. Back in lab 4, we already tried to practice this. This is to just clean up the spooled files. Remember, the spooled files are here. So it's so as you can see in my previous exercises, I did a ton of them. So to clean up, you can just use the command clear RTVUSRPRF. And essentially, we need the Seneca Pay library in this case. This is my course library. So mon message is it was back in I believe lab 1 or 2. And sending user the message, and I think this is given. What it means is that you are supposed to, so let me show you. Uh-oh, I think I should just call the library first. Let's see if I have enough library for now. It's very alright. I guess I'll do something for now. Alright, I apologize for how I forgot how to call the program. Okay, what happens was I need to quit this first. So what happens here was, instead of calling the RPG itself, I should just call the CL program itself. So what happens here is, well, of course, this is a successful running of that. The moment I enter this, I'm supposed to choose. So it's just the same as what happens here. So you have the options 1 to 5, but actually we also have play safe. To play safe, we also have another option, that is if you don't enter 1 to 5, then you're gonna run into some error. So for instance, I will apply 6, so this is invalid. So what happens is here, if it's not 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. So we have how to say that? If you write Java, C++, and Python, you see this code is like kindergarten level because you already have do while shift not equals not equal not equating to 5, but you need this again just to stop people from inputting weird stuff, right? So I press 7.8 and then it returns the same menu for me, right? Anyway, I'm just gonna play by the book and I'm gonna choose 1, okay? Okay, we are back to 1. Okay, this is the day shift. Instead of using views, here we just do what happens here is, look, the CL program is necessary here because look at this. This is 50 something lines of code. You cannot do this without a CL program. The CL program is easier in a way. You don't have to enter all the commands all over again, right? I chose 1. Then what it do is it changed the variable to day shift. The shift type is day shift, so the shift type is here. We just have 30 characters to take care of day shift, afternoon shift, and so on. So this is just enough character length to take care of the strings. And then we have override printf file. So the printf file here, I just talk about this. And there's a spoof name called the spoof file name called day shift, which is here. Also, you can see that the moment I called something happened. The moment I called the CL program, the spooled files were already gone. For some reason, I cannot check it for now, but I know why. Because I'm still having this open, so I cannot open the spooled file in a PDF for now. So I press enter. So here we can also see the spooled file. Okay, press enter. Okay, we're back. Okay, let's see if we can open the spool file. It's all trial and error. Okay, we can do it because the file is already done. See, this is the day shift. All right, then we are back to something else. Let's choose another shift. Okay, it's the same thing, afternoon shift. So you see, it's not the total amount because we are just choosing the afternoon guys. Okay, then we display the same spool file. Let me add something here. So after the override printer file and spoof name, the spool file name afternoon shift, we also override the database file. So overriding this file shift week and afternoons, and we call the PGM, which is what I wrote here, and the parameter is shift type, and displaying the spool file is here. What happens here, and so on and so forth. Okay, so to finish this, we are gonna also do the night shift. This is another bunch of figures, but of course the same race as usual. And all shifts. See, we finally have the totals. Now this one is longer. All right, then I press 5 to exit. Now you can see that we have all 3 output queues.